You know, healthcare is changing rapidly, healthcare, the one thing that we need to commit to never changing is that at its core, healthcare is about people helping people. Don't ever forget why you went into nursing. It's not about the money, it's not about the fame. Let me tell you, that's another career track. It's about knowing that at the end of the day, you made a difference. You made a difference in someone else's life, often at the most critical point in their life. At Duke, our core value is to care for our patients, their loved ones, and each other. Again, as you leave today, I hope you will never lose sight of that piece about caring for each other, because we will never be able to provide the best care for our patients and their loved ones if we don't start with the way we care for each other. Again, on behalf of the executive leadership team, of Duke Regional Hospital, Duke University Health System, and the Durham County Hospital Corporation Board of Trustees, I congratulate you and I wish you a lifetime of success. Congratulations. Initiatives for Duke Regional Hospital and really serves as my right hand at Duke Regional. She is, in her role, she manages everything there is within the hospital around strategic planning, making sure that we have what we need when we need it for major projects. She has overseen the largest business plan project in the hospital's history, a $100 million project to build a behavioral health campus on our campus, as well as expand our emergency department. She also was instrumental in ensuring that we could move forward with Watts College of Nursing and ushering that project through, right up through the installation of President Walters as the first president of Watts College of Nursing. Under her leadership as stroke program coordinator and manager, Duke Regional Hospital achieved the status as a primary stroke center by the Joint Commission. Candace began her career in nursing, working in an oncology neurology unit in the post-anesthesia care unit at Duke Regional Hospital. She's also served as a case manager in acute care, long-term care, and the private insurance industry. Candace was selected as a grade 100 nurse in North Carolina in 2019. In 2011, she received the Rebecca Kirkland Award for Healthcare Quality from DUHS and the poster presentation for Code Stroke Process. She's been a finalist for the Healthcare Hero Award by Triangle Business Journal and was again nominated as a Healthcare Hero for 2020. Candace is a graduate of Watts School of Nursing. She received her BSN from North Carolina Central University and her master's degree in healthcare administration from Pfeiffer University. She is also certified as a professional in healthcare quality. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Candace Gentry.
Thank you so much. Thank you all, and thank you, Dr. Walters and the faculty, for this honor and privilege to speak to our graduates today. I can tell you in 1991, when I graduated, I never thought I would be standing here doing this. As of last night, I probably didn't think I would be standing here doing this. Against all odds, I think today we'll just dispel some myths. One of the biggest ones was today's Friday the 13th, and you're all here graduating. That's right. So we dispelled that myth, so that's a wonderful thing. And I was able to put on my pantyhose, so something else. So actually, I would just like to share a little bit of my career path. Some of you will remember the cartoon Family Circus. It used to be in the paper, for those of you who probably have not seen the paper in a long time. But it was a little boy and his mom would send him to the store and he would travel all around and you'd watch him stop for ice cream and stop and pet a dog and then end up at, finally at the store. Well, that's kind of been my career. So, and my trajectory. So I just want to share with you that there are so many opportunities for you. It's not just at the bedside, although that is so very important, and we'll talk about vulnerability of your patients and all that, but there are so many other options for nursing. that I think the public doesn't understand. So I hope I can drive this home to you and to your friends and family. So starting back in 1988, I graduated. I'll tell you my age. But I graduated high school, and I was hanging out with my best friend, and she knew she wanted to be a nurse. So she said she was going for an entrance exam, and did I want to just ride with her to Durham? Well, we lived in Person County, so anytime you got to come to Durham, it was a big deal. And I said, sure, let's go. So I rode with her, and we wound up at Durham Regional Hospital at the time, and Watts was inside there. So there I was sitting in the lobby. She had gone to take her exam, and the recruiter came out, and she said, well, hi, how are you? And I said, fine. We had some small talk, and she said, what are you going to do? And I said, I don't know. The only thing I knew is I was in love with my high school sweetheart, and I thought, well, that's about it. None of my 4 other siblings had been to college, and I really didn't have that plan. So she said, well, why don't you just take the exam? You're waiting. You've got time to kill. So I said, okay, I'll take it. Well, long story short, that wasn't my plan to be a nurse my whole life, but it was certainly God's plan. And so we ended up with a acceptance letter, the 2 of us together, so we entered into Watts together. Many times I wondered, what was I thinking? Because it was probably the hardest thing I had ever done. But, long story short, that's how I wound up here. So during that time, though, I learned something about myself. I learned that I loved to learn, I loved to help people, and I loved making a difference. But probably like you, I hated care plans. So once I graduated and began my career in oncology and neurology, that was really a tough thing. I was 20 years old. I could give chemo, I could give Dilaudid, I could give morphine, but I could not buy a glass of wine. So just a few months later, I was able to do that. But everything was brand new, and I was certainly growing in my career as well as just on my own. It did not take me long to realize, though, working in oncology, that I had, and Katie said it as well, you have the difference to make, you have the chance to make a difference in someone's life. And I think that's so powerful because there aren't many careers that offer that just your touch and your care can really make a difference in how someone feels, their experience, and so on. So no matter what path you choose in healthcare, you can make a difference. And you have chosen a career that will open so many doors for you, and there are so many options. So I want to just talk a little bit about those. I had a family member once ask me, so you're a nurse, what do? You listen to the doctor and you give people pills and stuff? Yep, that's what I do. So this is not a job, it is a gift. It is definitely a gift. And it's a calling, as Katie had said. You help your patient to feel important, to maintain their dignity, and you can impact any part of the life cycle. You can hold a baby's head as it enters into this world, or you can hold a person's hand as they enter into heaven. What other career can offer that? So I've worked in long-term care, at a major insurance carrier, in case management, and hospital quality, and administration. And being a registered nurse has opened all of those doors for me. If your passion is pediatrics, you can help a mom and her child. If your passion is brain injury and stroke, you can help that patient learn their new normal. If it's orthopedics, you can help people walk pain-free. If you'd like to go bigger, you can impact with administration, you can impact with process changes at your hospital or your health system, or you can go even bigger and land on Capitol Hill and make changes for populations. So with every move in my career, the impact on the patient has been my primary focus. So in long-term care, I learned about staffing schedules, which I would advise you never to do. That's the worst. But reimbursement, how the long-term care industry works, it's a tough place. With the insurance carrier, I think when we look at a myth from that, I think I always felt like the insurance carrier doesn't really care. But I worked with a team of doctors and nurses that truly care about the patient, and they're there for the right reasons. It does come down to the dollar, but I did learn that the people there that are working there do care about the patient. Healthcare is just a tricky industry. I have some of my finance friends here that could definitely share a little more about that if you'd like to talk after. So when my first child was born, I wanted to stop full-time, and so I wanted to go back to work and be just part-time. I went to the PACU, back to the hospital I loved at Duke Regional now, but I went back there and I worked just part-time, and there is no other career that I think that can offer you the flexibility to go from a full-time career to cutting back. So I did that for a little bit, and then when I was ready to go back to full-time, I thought about making a difference besides, looking at patients 1 hour at a time. I wanted to look at things larger and how things were once they were discharged and making an impact there. So I went into case management and really focused on the discharge plan for the patient. So there came a point I didn't feel challenged. So I decided to go into hospital quality. If you want to be challenged, there's your place. So with quality, you really do get into learning how care, having a greater impact and looking at, I'm trying to think of the word, because it's not on my paper. Consistent. How consistent processes lead to better outcomes. It truly does work, and you can help lead people to that through research, through evidence-based care. Always convince them that it's their idea, and you're golden. So that has all led me to the most challenging job yet, which Katie was just speaking about, the Director of Strategic Initiatives. Although a nursing degree is not required, I find it to be so helpful. I feel like I can speak for the clinical staff, and I can speak to the clinical staff, and we can really bring it all together. But I have just a few things I want to share, and another myth is that administration doesn't really care about you. I've heard that so many times in the hospital. Your administrators do care about you. It's a delicate balance, like I was saying, trying to balance the whole healthcare system and reimbursement and rules from Medicare and patient experience and your staff. And so everyone I work with, the patient is at the center of everything they do. So I want you to go forward with confidence that you will be supported, and you just need to bring issues to light. So as I wrap this up, I'd just like to share 5 things. One is always be kind. You will have hard days, and you will have families and patients that will just test you to your max. Just end it in being kind. Your patient is at their most vulnerable they're at their most vulnerable point. Their family, and they did not expect to be there. They're thinking about what they should be doing at home, or their career, or their bills. And so it's really stressful, and you are the key to hold all that together. The second one is to take time to sit and listen. So many times we find ourselves rushing around, and I know as a student you felt it too, but just sit down, take a moment, listen to your patient, and hear about them. They are not their illness. They're a person just like you and I. The third is, if you want to go up, show up. Serve on committees. Take time to be an advocate for change. Support your leadership and tell them things that can be done better. That is your opportunity to support your profession and your organization. Never use the words, "That's not my job," because you are the hub of that patient's care, and you are the one that will see them through to discharge or beyond. So your environmental services team and food and nutrition, they are all part of the team, and you're at the center to keep it all rolling forward. So everything is your job. Lastly, take the time to make a difference in someone's life. You have an amazing superpower. Use it for good. And when people think of their experience, make sure they think of you. I'm going to finish this. I found this book. Y'all probably think I'm about to preach, but I'm not. This is actually in memoriam of George Washington Barnes. And we found this in a time capsule at Durham Regional Hospital. And there is a poem from John Lucky McCreary. It says, "There is no death, the stars go down to rise upon some other shore, and bright in heaven's jeweled crown they shine forevermore. And this was privately printed in 1922. So I'll share this with Dr. Walters. And so I just want to say to you all, congratulations, you made it. And I am so thankful to be among you, and I think you should be so proud, and I'm so proud to say I'm a Watts grad. So that's it.
Good afternoon, everyone. All right, my name's Kaylin. I'm the class president for this fall 2019 class. I'd just like to thank our friends, family, and leadership of Duke Regional Hospital. Welcome to the Watts School of Nursing class of fall 2019 graduation. On behalf of the class, I would like to thank Ms. Kathleen Gilbreth, president of Duke Regional Hospital, the Board of Trustees of Durham County Hospital Corporation, Dr. Vicki Orto, Chief Nursing and Patient Care Services Officer at Duke Regional Hospital, for all of their support. And also thank you to our distinguished speaker, Candace Gentry, and finally, the individuals that helped shape and mold us. Our director, Dr. Peggy Walters, our associate director, Dr. Yolanda Neal, and the administration, faculty, and staff at Watts School of Nursing. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our biggest supporters for your role in this 2-year journey. We wouldn't be graduating before you today without the love and support from our family and friends, our spouses and children. I know that there are a lot of nurses sitting in this room today, but if you haven't experienced it firsthand, I'm sure you've at least heard from all of us how challenging nursing school can be, academically, physically, and emotionally. So whether you were on the other end of a long phone call, listening to us rant about our day in clinical, or if you were our shoulder to cry on when we thought that success was out of reach, we thank you for encouraging and supporting us through the time that we've had to spend away from you. I'd also like to thank the faculty that we've had the pleasure of working with for the past 2 years. Your knowledge and passion for the field of nursing has influenced and occasionally terrified us, but we sincerely appreciate that your doors were always open when we needed to talk, cry, or just complain, and that your hearts were always open to comfort, encourage, and inspire us. In January of 2018, a group of strangers of various backgrounds came together with one common goal: to change our lives by immersing ourselves in service to others. Nursing school has challenged us all in ways that we didn't know were possible. I think stress takes on a whole new meaning now that we've all experienced the daunting feeling that comes with waiting for a skills check-off. Or the 3 words that precipitated an instant panic: grades are up. Nursing school has taught us numerous things, aside from the knowledge and skills needed to take care of our future patients. One of the very first things being that nothing is more awkward than asking a mannequin for its name and date of birth. Or how embarrassing it is to get that all too familiar side eye from patients when one of their bed rails slams into the door frame as we're wheeling them out. I don't think any of us will ever forget the sinking feeling in our gut that we got when our clinical instructor asked us for a medication's mechanism of action, and we had no idea. So although strenuous and anxiety-producing, nursing school has set us up to spread our wings and care for patients in all specialties, from intensive care to women's health to pediatrics to surgical services to emergency and everything in between. Now, when we receive calls from our concerned family and friends asking for medical advice, we'll be prepared to say things like, "You're probably just dehydrated," "No, you're not in labor," or my favorite, "Yes, that's definitely infected." Today we walk across this stage educated, motivated, fearful, but also excited to begin our fulfilling career as registered nurses. All of us at one time or another may have doubted or questioned our ability to make it this far, but now, 696 days, 5 weddings, 3 babies, and dozens of meltdowns later, the 30 of us combined have endured numerous all-nighters, answered over 40,000 exam questions, cared for over 1,000 patients, and consumed around 15,000 cups of coffee. Over the past 23 months, we've not only made some astonishing self-discoveries, but we've learned a lot about each other as well. If we didn't know each other well in the beginning, we definitely do now after spending hours and hours together in lecture, not to mention all the 80-degree isolation rooms we've tackled together. Today, we not only sit next to our classmates, but next to our future coworkers and next to beloved friends that we will cherish for the rest of our lives. To my classmates, I'd like to leave you with a quote from Michael Scott of The Office that I think pretty appropriately sums up our time as student nurses. And I knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense, I had no idea what to do. We should all be extremely proud of ourselves for what we've overcome and accomplished these last 4 semesters. Going forward, we are armed with the education, the compassion, and the determination to maximize success, to thrive in this field, to do what we do best. So let's do it. Thank you.
The immediate past president of the Watts Alumni Association and a 1976 graduate of the Watts School. Yeah, do the math, that was quite a moment. And also a retiree from the health system after 34 years with the Duke University Health System. I'm here today, honored and excited today, to represent the alumni and to present 2 awards to very deserving students. The first award is the Brooke Matthews Alumni Award. The Brooke Matthews Award is given to a graduating senior who has shown genuine dedication to nursing and loyalty and devotion to the school through their educational performance and participation in student activities. This year's recipient is a leader for the school as well as her classmates. The recipient of the award embodies the qualities of a future nurse leader. This student demonstrates genuine kindness and is a quiet yet effective leader. In the clinical setting, this student has continuously demonstrated nursing excellence through the use of evidence-based practice principles and client advocacy. Her growth since starting the program has been tremendous, and she is truly coming into her own as it relates to both the art and the science of professional nursing. This student has been a behind-the-scenes leader throughout the program. However, this semester she ran for and won the class presidency. All of her behaviors foster pride in nursing and our school. It is with great pleasure I present the Brooke Matthews Award to Kaylin Evans. The Beulah Owens Alumni Award. The Beulah Owens Award is given to a graduating senior for distinguished service to his or her patients above and beyond the call of duty. The focus of this award is on the student-nurse-patient relationship during the administration of client care. The student selected must have given unselfishly of himself or herself for the benefit of his or her patients and co-workers, assuming additional responsibilities which serve to individualize and personalize the nursing care he or she gives. The recipient demonstrated throughout their tenure at Watts the ability to individualize and personalize care. This student's calm and quiet demeanor instilled confidence in her patients. Patients and their families frequently commented on the high level of compassion and kindness she exuded on a daily basis. She demonstrated the true meaning of individualized patient care. It is with great pleasure that I present the Beulah Owens Award to Letitia Smith. On behalf of the Watts alumni, I offer congratulations to the graduates and their families. Welcome, graduates, to what is now your Watts Alumni Association.
I have the privilege of being the director and the honor of being the director of the Watts School of Nursing. And today it's especially a wonderful day to be here and to present to you the Amber Odette Best Scholarship Award. We have with us today Amber's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Best, seated to my right. We thank you for being with us today. This award is given by family and friends in loving memory of Amber Odette Best, who was a student at Watts. She was a proud Watts student and was always looking forward to becoming a Watts nurse. Amber passed unexpectedly in the fall of 2017. You knew when she was present at the school because she always had a positive energy and she was contagious in her work and her smile. She never met a stranger, and the good she saw in everyone was contagious as well. She was a cheerleader for her students, her staff, and her favorite phrase was, "Don't sweat it, we got this." She was an individual whose goal in life was to help, be encouraging and uplifting to others, and she did that well. She had a passion for nursing and a genuine concern that the art of caring continued to be the central part of our profession. These characteristics of caring and compassion for nursing and others are what made Amber a truly exceptional human being. The award today recognizes the individual who has consistently demonstrated these behaviors. The graduate selected this semester has also displayed a positive, caring attitude. Their smile and sunny disposition helps them connect with their peers, clients, and with families. There's always a personal drive for this person to improve and to enhance the patient experience. There have been many times on multiple units that the team showed enthusiasm and asked if this student would join their team when they graduated. Family members and patients have commented on the strength of character for this person and the excellent care that was provided. The student has consistently put others first and enhanced the care environment with a commitment to excellence, patient-centered care, work integrity, positive outlook, and support. Today, the recipient of this award exemplifies all the characteristics of Amber, and all of these behaviors are present in this person. The award today goes to Michael Holbrook. Watts School of Nursing today is recognizing our graduates who are completing our program with the highest grade point average. Today we have two students that are completing the program with the highest grade point average, and they are Laura Campbell and Lindsley Bookshire. And I'd like to ask them to please stand so that we can congratulate and recognize them. Watts School of Nursing would also like to recognize and honor our graduate who has served in the military. I would like to ask Mr. Jared Irvin to please stand. I'd like to ask Dr. Vicki Orto and faculty member Elizabeth Cantor to please stand. In our audience who is currently serving in the military or is a veteran and has served in our military, will you please stand? Graduate and those that stood with you, on behalf of the Watts School of Nursing, our administration, faculty, staff, and students, we thank each of you for your service, your sacrifices, and your commitment to our country. Thank you. Please join me again in thanking them.
Welcome to one of the best days of your nursing career. I'm all so excited for you. On behalf of
nurses and employees in our health systems that work beside you, mentor you. We wish you all the best. And on a personal note, I couldn't be prouder of you. Great job. So with that, President Galbraith, I present to you the Watts School of Nursing Fall Class of 2019. Taylor Marie Aiken. Brittany Renee Best. Lindsay Basin Bookser. Laura Campbell. Brooke Ashlyn Crocker. Brianna Arden Crockett. Sarah Deaton. Anna Jane Delaria. Jared Joseph Irvin. Kaylin Elaine Evenson. Lindsay L. Farah. Maris Aria Fernandez. Marley Franco. Jordan Simpson Hauser. Stacy Hawk. Charles Michael Holbrook. Melody D. Langlois.
He's just pointing that way.
Kimberly Renee Lee. Addison Hoover Martin. Morgan Irene McIntosh. Laura Catlin Parson. Perla Pedroza. Stephanie Ann Rasick. Aneta Gabrielle Cantangui San Diego. Kelly Seaback. Letitia Smith. Samantha Reed Smith. Kalima Imani Tawhid. Jenny Lynn Taylor. And Jillian Thompson.
With the fall class of 2019, please rise. Congratulations to each of you on reaching this tremendous milestone. We honor you today as you've completed a program of rigorous study and you are now ready to accept the responsibilities of becoming a registered nurse. You are the healthcare leaders of tomorrow. I welcome you as colleagues, and I congratulate each of you on this accomplishment, and I wish you the very best in your career. The turning of the tassel is symbolic of the completion of the requirements to graduate today. Graduates, please turn your tassels. Congratulations.
We are here to congratulate and to celebrate you. Congratulations on such a wonderful accomplishment. And I want to also say on behalf of everyone here, thank you for saying yes to this very challenging calling. Challenging physically, because as you know, you're on your feet hours at a time. Challenging mentally, as you will have to recall daily all the critical things, clinical skills and knowledge that you gained now as a Watts graduate. And then also challenging emotionally, as you are the one that is going to stand beside that patient most. To be with them, listening, sharing, crying and laughing, advocating for them with your compassion and your care. The calling as nurse is challenging, but I want you to make sure you leave here today as you take these steps out of here into this challenging career, that it also is the most rewarding calling that there must be. Rewarding because you have the privilege of being with that patient and family in the most sacred and critical times of their lives. Your name is the one that they will remember. What a gift that is. May you always see this this privilege that you have now as an honor and as a blessing. And in the midst of it all, I pray that you will also remember to take care of you, because you are a true gift, each and every one of you. So I want to close with these words that is a nurse's prayer. And as you've learned through this time, these 2 years together, especially how to lean on each other, I hope that you'll continue to do that as you move into this career, into this calling, and to remind each one of the other that you are a gift. So I'd invite you, if you would, to hold on to each other for a minute while you hear these words. May they be not only words for you, but also for your colleagues and friends next to you. Give me the strength and wisdom when others need my touch. A soothing word to speak to them, their hearts yearn for so much. Give me joy and laughter to lift a weary soul. Pour in me compassion to make the broken whole. Give me gentle, healing hands for those left in my care, a blessing to those who need me. This is a nurse's prayer. Go with peace and joy and serve with the many gifts and talents you've been given and you've learned. Go and make that difference that I know you will. Congratulations.